Oh, y'all remember this one? This is last night. Last night. Answer. Oh. So baby. Oh, what up, y'all? It's Lil.
Hey guys, it's
Introduce
Jill.
yourself. It's been a little while since we've been on. And the reason for our video is because I had a hysterectomy.
She ain't got no uterus no more, y'all. Uterus free. Uterus free.
I know some of y'all's out there hating, so I understand, clearly understand. But I am on day 7, so I am on my week of post-op. I haven't seen my doctor yet, so I'm actually anxious to go see them because I have a few questions. Okay?
She has a lot of questions, actually.
A lot of questions. So, I found out, well, let's just rewind it really back because I don't want to have you guys here for like 15, 20 minutes. But it starts back, I'm going to say about a year ago. I started having pain on the left side of my pelvic area, and which I thought it was a menstrual. And I just kept thinking, you know, this is kind of weird. You know, I have an IUD, so for you ladies that have an IUD, do know that it kind of stops the menstruals, the periods. We're probably going to get so many different versions of how we relate to the vagina and all that stuff today. So guys, the ears will be surprised today. Anyway, started getting all this pain, decided 8 months later, you know, something was wrong, had to go get it checked out.
Yeah, she had to. It was kind of getting to the point where she was crawling around the house. She knew she needed to go.
You know, there's just times where you know that your body, there's something wrong with your body. Well, when I got it checked out, it just turns out I have fibroids.
And tons of other things. You know,
why not, you know?
the whole cocktail.
So I think once I turned 40, once you turn 40, yo, your body just starts to like crumble inside. You know, I read this meme that it said, you know, I'm just like with the engine check light on, just running around,
Driving
hoping
around.
everything is gonna clear itself up, but it doesn't. So anyway, found that I have fibroids. I did have a pelvic exam. I mean, I went through a lot of different
Tons of appointments.
Tons of appointments, yeah. And if you're in the situation where you do have pain that's just not going away with a menstrual, go and get it checked out. They say that there's...
Get checked, y'all.
Yes,
Get your vaginas checked.
Yes.
Every month if you can.
Check.
That's if you're young.
And you know, and you should do your yearly. I didn't do my yearly, and that's probably where I went wrong. I didn't do my yearly only because I have an IUD. I'm married, so I didn't really have too many concerns with that.
You're still supposed to get checked.
Yeah, I'm still supposed to get checked. But I just, my daily life, just everything, hectic living, just not having any pain or anything or things like that, you know, but again, go get checked. Anyway, so they discovered that I have fibroids. I've had it for 5 years, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Shocker.
5 years later, hey,
Hello.
there's 5 years of I was gonna say of uterus.
5 years
There's
of abusive uterus.
fibroids in there.
Right, so you know it builds up. So after all that building up, it started to create congestion in my pelvic. So what they did say that I had pelvic congestion disorder. And what that is that you have just so much pressure in your pelvic that now you're starting to get what they consider it as varicose veins. And you start to feel like it's in your groin. You start to feel like the veins kind of like, not the veins, but if you ever had nerve pain, you know what I'm talking about. So it just kind of travels down your thigh. So during that time, I also discovered that I was having issues with my stomach. Now, the issues that I was having with my stomach has to do with my esophagus and the stomach lining. The esophagus had some irritation, some inflammation, however they want to say inflammation, and the small intestine had redness on the outside. So,
and all of this happened, she found all of this out, all of these problems out in like one day.
Yeah, pretty much. So this was like a boom, boom, boom. Like,
yeah.
You have this, you have that, oh, and you have this. Oh, and by the way, there's really nothing we can do with your uterus.
Besides yank it out. So, what do you want, your uterus or
You want your uterus,
The
or you
pain.
want to keep coming back and getting fibroids removed from your uterus? And I am not one to have clamps up in there whenever. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much for letting me know about the clamps, because these mofos been using medium-sized clamps. I am a small, extra small. Ladies, if
Speak
you
up.
having uncomfortable
Speak up.
exams, please feel free to ask the nurse, feel free to ask the doctor. Insist on getting smaller clamps. They are available in the office.
Life changer. The pressure
You won't be so stressed out.
you don't feel it. You don't feel the big, when they tell you to take a big deep breath.
You don't, why?
You don't need that.
Why?
If you have the right
I'm a
clamp
small
size.
stature.
Yeah.
I am a small stature, ma'am. Ma'am,
is a weird
sometimes it
conver-
could be a
this is-
sir.
this is-
Anyway, okay,
yeah, this
so
is weird.
we got there, so I was able to make an appointment April 23rd. Again, this is my 7-day post-op, so I am actually feeling much better today. On my first day, I did get, I came home, just went straight to sleep. I mean, even peeing and shitting was like
Painful.
a pain in the ass. Mind you, I cannot take any prescribed medications because of the side effects that I get. I just took one medication for my stomach and it gave me a side effect. So now I'm waiting on my doctors to change it. Anyway, oxys. They gave me 2 oxys right after I came out of the emergency room. Had no effect. That's not even the medication that they gave me right after I came out. They gave it to me like every 10 minutes, and I think
It was pretty rough.
it wasn't an easy procedure. They considered cutting me open because they were having problems with getting my right fallopian tube out, which I was a little bit confused, and I'm still having to straighten this out with my doctors because they did say that everything was going to be vaginal and that it'll be, the recovery time is actually less than less than you would do invasive, or if you had to cut me open. So I was kind of happy about that. But they did mention I would keep my ovaries, which I don't think I still have. So I still have some questions. But I did mention to the doctors that, whatever they have to do to make sure that my fibroids are not coming back. So I do still have some questions, and again, I haven't had my post-op, so there's still things that I have to find out. But the worst part is waking up.
Yeah, that was rough.
Okay, so the waking up, I don't know, I guess from what I've been told, when I wake up from surgeries, I am in a lot of pain where I'm just moaning in my sleep.
Yeah.
But they did forget to give me a numbing medicine in my small intestines, well, the stomach lining. So when I woke up, I was feeling all that pain.
Which they actually came and asked my dad if they were able to give it to her. And we agreed, we said yeah, but they had given us wrong information to where the doctor had to come back out and explain what the person before came out and said. So it was it was chaotic. But I mean, when you woke up, it was just...
It was, and I think that too, when you as a family member waiting in the waiting room, all you doing is thinking, all right, everything's gonna be okay, they're gonna come out. That wasn't my case.
This case.
My case was I woke up and I was in pain. They pumped me with medicine that just did not work. So they had to sedate me again. I wasn't even out an hour. They had to sedate me again and inject into my stomach lining some medication, and I woke up and I was feeling a lot better, and then I went home. Again, the first day I came home, I was in bed pretty much the whole day. Woke up the next day, was able to shower, was still in a lot of pain. I did have to have the invasive because they were having trouble with that tube. So they did have to, I have 3 incisions in my stomach, which I will show you. I don't mind. And day 4 was a little bit better. I think I actually got out. And got in the car and went to one of my son's game. I didn't drive.
She wasn't supposed to.
No, I didn't drive that day. I had a chauffeur. Thank you so much.
She was supposed to be relaxing, but thankfully there was a nice person
that took me to my son's game, which I never miss. I don't care if I have 1 leg, 1 arm. Parents,
no uterus.
No uterus, possibly no cervix. I think it's no cervix or no fallopian tubes or no ovaries. So I'm probably like 5-10 pounds lighter than what I normally was when I first walked into the hospital.
Do you feel any lighter when you walk?
I don't, because I'm still bloaty. Okay, but anyway, so we're with day 6. I did go out. mind you, I am not on any prescribed medications. I am only on Tylenol. I'm allergic to a lot of the prescription medications, so I didn't feel that I was, you know,
drugged up,
medically intoxicated. So I think that was my kind of my week that I was not supposed to drive. I kind of made up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a full week, which was today, and she's already been in the car.
It's 2 weeks, actually.
If you follow her on Instagram, you know.
So, yeah, so we did go about going to my son's game. Well, I actually went, but it was local, so I kind of stood locally, not more than 5 miles. So, I mean, hey, it's what it is.
She just don't know how to relax.
I don't know how to relax.
No matter what
I got too much stuff going on.
I
got too much stuff going on. Doctor, get this done, okay? I need this done today. I am traveling soon. I have things I am planning. I need this done. Okay, so let's get, because we're going already 10 minutes into this video. So I'm going to show you, this is post-op. So I'm going to show you. So I don't really know how, maybe I should get on the bed. I don't know. Maybe this is probably good. And oh, you guys are in my bedroom. Oh my freaking God. But anyway,
that you've wondered.
Here is my post 7 weeks. So you can see they did puncture here, and then in my belly button, which I'm actually getting my abs back now. That
sounds so painful. They said they were making 3 incisions. When we went to go see, I only saw 1, and they were like, it's in her belly button. That's not... What did they do?
So they put 1 tube here, and this is actually on YouTube. They put 1 tube here, 1 tube here. And they started doing all the cutting and everything, and then put I think the 3rd tube is in here, but probably one's a camera with the scissors on the side or whatever, and then this one they couldn't get it out. So they started poke it, and that's where the pain came in. So where I'm starting to have like the bruise is starting to come out and stuff. What I'm doing now is I'm starting to actually massage them so that I don't have like that knot from the incision. They glued it. Thank you, Jesus. They actually glued it. Because I've seen on the other YouTubes that they were stapled. Oh. Ladies, I feel for you. The staples, I've never been stapled. I've only ever been glued. I had another surgery where they had to go through my stomach, and of course it was glued. So it's disgusting, but it is what it is. Okay, suggestions really quick before we go over I didn't want to go 15 minutes, but I do want to give you as much information as I could. Advice, relax. I mean, if you're like me, or you're athletic, you're outgoing, always on the move, I would say give yourself 3 days.
Yeah.
Like 3 days, if you're energetic that way and you can recover quickly, give yourself 3 days, straight 3 days to relax. Take your medicines or take whatever meds or whatever they give you. Me, I'm just on Tylenol. I'm able to tolerate pain a little bit better. Move around so that your bowels can move. You need stool softeners.
This lady will get up, what was it, like a day or a few days after her surgery. Anytime this girl would move, it would just be like a huge burp comes out.
Yeah.
Your pain might be gas.
Yeah, your pain might be gas. So just moving around, getting up. They say not to walk, walk on the stairs or whatever like that. I did. Unfortunately, I had to get something to eat. My bedroom's on the 2nd floor. So, you do have to kind of limit yourself to lifting. And that's one thing that I'm not doing. Do have stitches in the back of my vagina. So it is there.
They didn't tell us that.
It is there. So that's why they don't want you like lifting. So going forward and lifting. So, you don't want to rip that shit. That's just crazy. I don't want to go through that shit.
You can't fix that at home.
So, fibroids are inherited. Okay.
That's why you gotta get checked, guys.
So get checked, guys. Yeah, so we're just gonna wrap it up. Maybe I'll give you guys a post-op 6 weeks or something like that. I don't wanna be, all up in my hysterectomy, but I am doing better. I am doing better, and I'm hoping that in the next couple of days I'll be a little bit looser in my bowels and everything like that, because the stool softeners are actually working. So I do recommend y'all get the stool softeners if you get a hysterectomy, because you're gonna need it. So we're just gonna end this
because it's a good song
with Mia.
So many people went to his concert not that long ago.
Oh, we didn't even know that he had one.
No.
That's great. All right, guys. Well, don't forget to follow us on YouTube, on our YouTube, of course, here, and our Instagrams. We both got separate Instagrams, but don't forget to follow us at the Lil and Jill Show.
Lil and Jill Show, guys.
See you guys. I got a hysterectomy.
She doesn't have a uterus anymore.